I've had a lot of people ask me if they should use LinkFire because they see the big artists of the world like Taylor Swift and etc. using it, and also a lot of people that know other folks in the industry may have LinkFire links, especially if you're signed to a subsidiary of Universal Music Group. You might already get LinkFire links when you distribute one of your songs as kind of a pre-save thing just directly from your distributor. So a lot of people ask me this, and the big answer for most of you is no, you shouldn't use LinkFire. And I apologize if you're a member of the LinkFire team watching this, but in a nutshell, the website works. The smart links all function great, and there's a couple features that I love that I wish other sites would add, but there's also features that it lacks. But the big reason why I don't recommend people use LinkFire in particular mostly just comes down to pricing. You might look at this and think, okay, there's a starter plan for $10 a month. However, you don't get the Facebook Pixel on that plan. In fact, from what I could tell, you don't get it. In fact, I know for a fact, because I know someone else that it was either on Starter or Pro, he did not have the ability to put in a Facebook Pixel. You have to be on the Teams plan. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's my experience. You couldn't use it unless you're on the team plan. You can see here, add conversion tracking. You can't add a Facebook Pixel until you're giving them 49 buckaroos a month. And even this plan doesn't give you a whole ton of stuff. But I want to walk you through the features that LinkFire has and things that I like and wish that other people might add, but also the things that I don't like. So let's dive into it. So first, these links do work. I'm going to show you this ad campaign real quick. We promoted this track in Tier 1 only countries, and we're getting 41 cents a conversion. And in Tier 1 countries, it's actually pretty good. Tier 1 is probably, if I go to breakdowns here and look at country, it's going to be very, out of 180, this is only the last month, but Australia, Canada, and actually the United States is our biggest at 41 cents a conversion in the United States. So pretty good cost per conversion. So these links do function and they do work as you would expect. That's not my issue with them. A big part is just the pricing. However, there's one other big issue that I genuinely am kind of pissed about. They put frickin' ads on your links. So there's an Apple Music ad up here. And if I just let this sit for a bit, there's an Apple Music ad on my frickin' smart link. Why am I'm using this for marketing? Why is it remotely frickin' acceptable to let other people put ads? It makes zero sense. If there's a way to turn it off, please let me know. But I dug through their frequently asked questions and their docs, and I could not find anything. So I found that to be infuriating. However, let's flip into the link itself and let's look at some of the insights, because this is going to expose one of my definitive favorite feature about LinkFire. It's somewhere in here, I believe. If I go to sources, just like Feature FM and Hyped It, we can add kind of like a UTM parameter type thing where we can share unique links to different places and see stats specifically for those places. So if I go to all time, 1,400 conversions, or original link 4, and then Facebook ads link, 1,144 conversions. We can see the click-through rate, all that jazz. That's great. We can go to refers, and we can see which platforms are getting us the traffic, which is going to be probably no surprise. This looks normal when you're running ads. You get a bunch of direct because it doesn't know how to classify it. You get Instagram and Facebook. Activity IDs. What is this, though? This is one of my favorite features of LinkFire that no one else has. You can you could do it in Hyped It. You can. And there might be a way you could do this in Feature FM, but it would be annoying. But basically, you can add just an exclamation point and then a word at the end of any link. And so what I did is I just added at the end of every ad set this exclamation metalcore, exclamation bands, exclamation alternative metal. You can do this with Hyped It. They do have a similar thing. But it's just this implementation of it felt a little more sleek to me than Hyped It's. I'm a big fan of Hyped It, so I recommend Hyped It all the time, and I have a link in the description if you want to check it out. Same for Feature FM. But Hyped It makes a lot of sense. Bang for your buck. It's only $100 a year, and has a lot of features. Now, but this is great. Just the way they lay it all out. It lets me see the click-through rate and how it differs for different terms, right? So I could start to optimize my campaign, maybe the click-through rate in one term is way worse or way better, or maybe I didn't notice that a certain ad set is having a bigger divergence in click-throughs compared to what the meta stats show, right? That's a unique thing that you can get with this. So you have channels and you have activity IDs. So you can use these two things to not only, in Feature FM, you can kind of do either or, but in LinkFire, you can do both. And there's other ways you can use it too. but I love that feature. The problem is there's another feature that was actually going to be something I planned on talking about in this video that I thought I was going to love, and then I ended up not. So there's this streaming category, and in here, you're supposed to be able to view your Apple Music Insights. View Apple Music Insights. Discover what happens after fans visit Apple Music. We see the streams and their playlist ads when Apple is your number one streaming service. That's why Apple Music is my number one streaming service is on here. I wanted to see those stats, but we have nothing. And I did look at their documentation, and I did find that there's minimum thresholds for certain like daily, weekly, etc. to be able to see that. But I've drastically exceeded all the thresholds they've listed on their site, and we have 0 Apple Music Insights. Apparently, they also have YouTube Music Insights and Deezer Insights. You can see the Deezer Insights here. So this is what I wanted to have for Apple. Apple is a much more popular platform than Deezer. Like Deezer's a pretty small one in the grand scheme of things. And Apple is also bigger than YouTube Music. So I really wanted to try this for Apple. And I didn't try it for YouTube, but it seems to not be reliable. Just because I can see the Apple Music stats, right? And I can see the numbers coming. So this just doesn't work the way that you want it to. Now, overall, as a broad thing, and again, sorry, LinkFire team, if you're watching this, I'm not a fan of how they execute certain things. Like when you go and you want to get your link, you get this page, and then you have to click another button. You have to think about it, and then you grab your thing. I mean, Feature FM, similar kind of process when you want to show your link, but here it's just a little more. I don't know, there's more clicks involved, and it's just the interface isn't as sexy in my opinion. But the way you install your Facebook pixel in these links, you don't just go into your link and there isn't like a Facebook pixel button here, right? You normally see tracking, meta ads, whatever, pixels, nothing in this section. There is integrations though, and this is where you add it. Now you might be wondering, what the heck is this? EWM pixel. And why is it a link? Like usually this is just a number, right? The way they do it, you have to do this like https://www.facebook.com/tr $ID and then you put in your pixel. I don't know why it's like this, but this is how it is. And this is just kind of annoying. But you can add these integrations there and they work. It took me like 10 minutes to figure out how to do it. Obviously now if I did it again, it would take 5 seconds. If you're using LinkFire and you're wondering how can I install a pixel, this is how you install a pixel. Go to add integration. You can go choose your integration, throw it in there, and for some reason they do it like this instead of like how everyone else in the world does it. Now, a great thing about LinkFire, and this is probably related to the fact that they acquired Smart URL, but they bought like one of the biggest short link companies in the world a couple years ago. So if you're going to create link, there's a link for like everything. There's a normal release, there's a pre-release, there's a bio link that you can create, there's podcast links, and these look pretty nice. There's playlist links, there's ticket links, there is content links, so track performance and insights for any URL you're promoting, and there's a contest link. So Feature FM has contest links and ticket links. And a bunch of other links, like they also have bios and release and pre-release, and really most of these podcast links as well. Hyped It has release links, pre-release links, and you can modify it to be a playlist link, and you could modify it to be a podcast link, kind of, but you don't have bio, you don't have tickets, you don't have reward. No one has content, but with Hyped It and Feature FM, if you're on a fancier plan, you can do something like this. Hyped It does it out the box, which is awesome. So they do support a lot of links, and they look really cool. Like their links do look beautiful. I don't know if it's $49 a month beautiful, but that's some props I really have to give out to their team. But I want to point out another thing about LinkFire, and I don't know if this is true. I've heard that they're owned by UMG. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. But they definitely are kind of in partnership with them in some way. It seems like the reason why you see these links everywhere is, I had mentioned this at the beginning, but UMG uses LinkFire as their like go-to platform for giving out pre-save links and promotion links to their artists. So you know how if you use DistroKid, they give you a hyperfollow link. If you use CD Baby, they give you, or make you pay for, a Show Co link. And every distributor gives you their own link. Well, for some distributors, they will actually license LinkFire or Feature FM to be their link platform. So The Orchard uses Feature FM. and UMG. So the Orchard's owned by Sony, so I'm pretty sure everything in Sony world, I don't know for a fact though, uses Feature FM, and it seems like everything in the UMG world uses LinkFire. And UMG has some of the largest artists in the world. I mean, Sony has a lot of really big artists too, but UMG, it's got freaking Taylor Swift, man. So you will see these LinkFire links all the time, and you'll know them because they have link.to at the bottom of them. You also get this privacy notice, and you can like click in here and see the fact that it's LinkFire is the one that's processing it. But that's why you see these links everywhere, and that's why you see big artists using them, and that's why you see industry people using them, is because they're built in. But often when your distributor or label gives you one of these links, you don't have the ability to install a pixel on it. You don't have the ability to see the analytics on it. So I never recommend you actually use the link your distributor gives you. If your distributor gives you a LinkFire link or a Feature FM link or whatever link, you can't customize it most of the time. In some cases, people build integrations where you can do it, but most of the time you can't do anything. You can't control it. You can't tweak it. And I would recommend you get your own plan. So if your label or distributor is giving you a LinkFire link, I would go sign up for Hyped It or Feature FM, or get a free plan on Submit Hub Links or Smart Noise or any of the other platforms on here, just because the pricing of LinkFire is so egregious. They do have some dedicated UMG features like email capture, pre-release links, and bios. I haven't looked into the details, and these don't seem to be deal breakers, but you can create bio links with email capture for UMG UK. You can add email capture to landing pages, create pre-release links with email capture, Shopify carousels, and even when you go in and you're looking at some of the insights or other features, you will see certain things like UMG feature only, etc. So there are some UMG specific things. I don't know how impactful they are, but maybe that's how you get ads turned off in your links, is you have to sell your soul to UMG. just kidding. But yeah, a lot of people ask me about LinkFire and why I don't talk about it, and really it comes down to the price and the ratio of the price to features. I'm fine paying $50 a month for tools that give me value and save me time. But when in a world where all the other platforms are cheaper or have more features for the same price, I can't ever recommend LinkFire. It's a solid platform. Like, it has a lot of great things. It's expensive. It seems to be they're very much in bed with UMG, which is fine. It's just like that's why you see them everywhere, and there's certain UMG specific features. So if you want to see what other platforms that I do recommend, you can check out this video right here where I compare some of the most popular, not all, just because there's new ones that come out. And if you want to see how you can use links like this to promote your songs and get 1 million streams your first year releasing music, check out this video down here to do that. Anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.